facts are you basing the assumption that if DUA were to take over the facility, there would be a savings? Has there been a study of the number of employees or, other, because they're not providing us with any information. I just wondered how we're coming to the assumption that there would be a savings.
We'll have to see what the bid process plays out. Each bidder will know that the focus of it will be how much we can save in terms of the operation by them coming in and taking it over. It may well be that it's not enough to make any sense for a takeover. And then we'll see where we want to go from there. At that point, Wayne County may say, well, we're just going to sell it to a private operator. We're not going to be concerned about it. And that's when we'll be in court. I think that would be a trigger event for us to be in court saying, wait a second, these are our assets. We're going to make a call about who comes in and under what circumstances.
Is there any Downriver communities that get service from the Downriver system that is not part of DUA?
Not if the Lincoln Park folks join in and they're saying once the other 12 communities pass their resolution allowing them to come in, they will also pass their emergency resolution to bring it in. The emergency manager has been in a couple of DUA meetings and he said, that's all I'm waiting for. We'll have all 13 then.
Going back to your three things that you might be able to do. One was letter interest. The other was putting money in the escrow account. You kind of know that don't work because they'll just take it from someone else. But the letter interest, I think, would be more or less a lien.
Yes. We have a draft of that. I'm going to send that out to the other attorneys to review. But again, it's a claim of an interest in everything. It's the plant. It's all the pipes in the ground. It's the collection interceptor system. It's the machinery, the equipment, supplies, the chemicals, the vehicles, and our cash reserves.
Patrick, to that extension, there has been one Downriver community that has withheld payment for some time. I don't know the exact details, but as you know, in our experience, they will try to get it from somewhere else. And in this particular case, what they've threatened them is to cut off services. We won't plow your streets. We won't service you in any capacity. Basically, you're not in good standing, and we're not going to come to your community. That's kind of been the idle threat. I don't know all the details because they're trying to work that out internally, but that's the high level of if you don't pay us, then we're going to do this.
I just want to add that at the last DUA meeting, Mayor Solers was elected as chairperson, so he'll be overseeing our efforts going forward.
And to put that in perspective, I think the majority of that consideration came from Taylor occupies 21%, roughly 21%. We are the largest stakeholder within the DUA group. Romulus is slightly behind us at 16 and some change, I believe. So between Taylor and Romulus, we occupy a very, very large percentage. But I will tell you that it's a very, very critical time. We'll be working closely with Patrick and the other attorneys and Dick Hinchon, which is the technical advisor to the group. There's nothing fun of what's going to come, and there's going to be a lot of pressure as there's not a lot of time. And this has been going on for years. I mean, this is nothing new.
And if you add up all these attorney fees for all these years, it's better to sit down and talk it out and get it done. It's just ridiculous.
Well, we actually, prior to the Evans administration coming in, I believe they've made great progress. The commission unanimously approved the service agreement. The CEO at that point in time, he agreed, and 13 of the 15 Downriver communities agreed. 2 were held up on technical issues. Well, one was technical. I don't know what the other one was. But because of the change in administration, we couldn't go back and ask for them to amend the service agreement. Had we been able to do that, I believe that we would probably have the service agreement today. I can't tell you that CEO Evans would have embraced that service agreement. He probably still would have fought it. But I think we would be in a better position than we currently are. We would have been better with it than without it. And right now, we're without it because it required all communities to agree to it. This board approved it some time ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, something like that. Patrick, was it sound right? But 2 communities did not.
I'm trying to make lemonade out of lemons, even though we don't have a service agreement now. It may well be because there is no agreement between the communities in Wayne County. The private operator may be very reluctant to come in and get involved. When he says, how are you doing with your customers? Wayne County will have to say, well, we don't have an agreement. That may give us some leverage also.
Good one.
Any other questions or comments? Anything comes to mind, I'd be happy to chat with any member of the council.
I will send everyone your contact information, Patrick, if that's okay. I'm sure that many questions will arise after this meeting. I know some of the council members have attended some of the more recent DUA meetings, but I'm sure as we move forward, as this thing starts to publicly play out, there will be many questions, some that I may or may not be able to answer, so I'll share your contact information.
I'll use that much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Lots to absorb. Want to start on the regular meeting for tomorrow, or is there supposed to be a presentation?
No, we'll go through the agenda.
For
Yeah.
tomorrow?
You want to just move down?
Do you have anything?
No, thank you. Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome, Mayor.
I'm not sure.
We're just skipping to number 6.
Do we have copies of the actual resolution?
Yeah, I just gave them to Councilman Garza.
The copies.
No, did you guys not have them? We can make some quick copies.
Susan. Why don't we go on to number 6 then? Which is, that's the second reading of the zoning ordinance. This is for the piece of property on Eureka between Hooters and the railroad tracks to rezone to these two.
Sorry.
I don't think there's any questions on that either. Laura's here if you do have any questions on that. And the same thing with number 7, again, this is to rezone from light industrial to business 2, which is actually part of the Menards package.
Right.
And, number 8. This is for opening of a public hearing on the CDBG action plan. And we didn't get any backup on that.
Yeah, I apologize. I gave Carl my flash drive, and we got it back. But I brought all the budget information right here. And you guys will vote on the budget at the next meeting.